Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to Changemaker SuperMom Stories. How are you doing today? I'm going to invite our guest for today, Swati Kheria. I'll just send her an invite. Thank you for joining us. Hi Swati, good morning. Good to see
Good
you.
morning. Good to see you too,
How
Sarita.
have you been, Swati?
All fine. How are you? I can't see
Oh,
you.
you cannot see me? Um, can you see me now? I can see you.
Mm, Not sure why this is
Okay.
happening.
So can we ask our guest, can you see us? Pleasure looking forward to you too. Hi
Mm,
Devgi, can you see Swati and me? Thank you for joining. Just take an acknowledgement.
Yes.
Um, can somebody acknowledge whether you all can see both of us? Oh yes.
DT said yes. I just
Oh,
hope I can see you soon.
okay. All right. So let's get started for today, Swati. Are you
Yes.
ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah. Great. So, before starting, let me welcome our audience and give me, yes, we all can. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Changemaker SuperMom Stories. And I'm so excited for today's session because we are diving into a topic which is close to my heart, that is storytelling. And stories have the power to shape young minds, ignite their creativity, and strengthen their emotional quotient. Um, and today, to guide us through this session and this journey, I welcome my special guest today, Swati Kheria, all the way from the city of Kolkata. And welcome, Swati. And
Thank you.
I would like to tell my audience more about you. So, Swati is a story educator, author, and the founder of Creative Caterpillar and mother to two wonderful children, Adya and Aryan.
Yes.
So she is deeply passionate about making storytelling and enriching experience for children and parents as well as educators too. Through her work, she has helped many discover the magic of stories. I can vouch for that.
Thank you
uh,
so much.
Not just as a form of entertainment, she says, but also as a powerful tool of learning, definitely.
Yes.
And also emotional growth and deeper connections. That's the magic of stories. So, beyond her work, Swati finds joy in life's simple moments like seeing kids' happy faces, indulging in creative floral work. I have seen her work, and that's also magical. Whatever she touches is magical, actually. Immerse
That's very
herself,
kind of you.
and she also loves to immerse herself into good story sessions, and she cherishes her time with the family and friends. And of course, she also shares that she loves to savor dark chocolates and delicious food. And she's also a good host. I remember this time when we met, our old gang met, and in Bombay, and she packed these beautiful cups of pasta and for each one of us, and it has been memorable. Devki and me, whenever we meet, we still tell about this, Swati. So today we will uncover the creative storytelling secrets with Swati Kheria. So mothers, that will help you nurture a love for stories in your children and make storytelling a meaningful part of your life. So let's get started.
Yes.
So, may I shoot the first question, Swati?
Yes. Go ahead.
So, Swati, tell me, storytelling is often seen as a magical tool for children, you know.
Yes.
So in your experience, why is it so powerful for their development?
Absolutely. I feel storytelling is magical because there is nothing you like storytelling which can spark a child's imagination. Because stories are the medium where the children are allowed to explore. When the children are young and the younger they are, they've not seen the world around, right? So through stories, we are also introducing them to so many things. So it helps them engage, it helps them know about the world, it helps them also develop their emotional self because that's when they understand what's the meaning of being happy or being sad. And storytelling does it so beautifully. You don't need to explain further. The stories do the job for us. So it also makes the parents' job easier, right? When they are explaining the children through stories, it just flows. And it's such a powerful tool because you engage their senses, and it makes the lesson stick. So all
Mm,
kinds of lessons, the emotional lessons, the social
mm,
lessons, everything through stories can stick to you for life rather than giving instructions. Don't do this, don't do that. But I think stories are truly, truly powerful. It is just magical. If you experience it, I'm sure there's so many mums here who've joined us, and my mentor is also here watching us. Devki, she's, I think in this, and you've been a storyteller. I think stories can just touch hearts.
absolutely, Swati.
Yes.
The term you have said, stories and magic goes hand in hand, and
Absolutely. I remember one thing when, this was a story when there's a bowl of black cherries and red cherries on a table, and
mm,
the child just runs away and goes to play football. But the grandfather says that, when you come back, don't eat the black ones and eat the red ones. But when the child comes back, he's forgotten which ones did granddad say? Should I eat the black one or the red one? But
mm,
had the granddad that time told a story to him,
mm,
a short story explaining which ones to eat and which ones to not, he would have never forgotten which ones were the right ones to pick. The
yes,
stories are that
absolutely.
magical.
Absolutely, totally agree with you. Especially the part when you told that, you know, instead of preaching or teaching children about
Correct.
when you want to tell them to not to do some things, and you tell it to stories and see how effective it is, and they remember it better. Like you just told about the story about a short story about the black cherry and the red cherry.
Yeah.
So yes, Swati, that's so crucial. According to you, Swati, what elements make a story truly memorable and impact for kids? Like if a parent wants to tell a story, so how to
Mhm.
memorable and impactful for kids?
So, see, a story has many elements. So, like how we do it, like at our story sessions, we have the story setup, we have the story itself, we have the music that we use to tell the story, say the rhythm and the repetition, and we have all our beautiful props, right? The
Mm,
characters. So, I just feel that each element of the story is impactful. It depends on what the child is connecting with, because when a story becomes impactful if you have connected to the
mm,
story. So
mm,
when I tell a story to a batch of say 6 children,
mm,
then each child is taking a certain element and that element is sticking with the child.
mm,
Okay, so for example, if one child gets very attached to the story
mm,
setup and just loves it,
mm,
so goes home and talks about the story setup,
mm,
and invariably the lesson has been imbibed in that
mm,
child. But
mm,
the same story told with rhythm and repetition, maybe a child just loves that
mm,
rhythm. And it's got the, ringing in his mind forever. So I just feel a story, the lesson is important, the story itself is important, but how you tell the story,
mm,
how you bond with the child with the story is equally important. And when we use such elements in the story, it
mm.
just makes it so much more meaningful for the child who's listening to it.
Absolutely, Swati. And can you give us one tip, like for the parents who are watching, like one simple tip that parent can give, use to make their storytelling better for their own children?
So I just feel first catch on to what they are enjoying most. Like,
Right.
that's the key thing. So as soon as definitely bond with the child through eye contact and calm them out. But when many parents come to me saying that, no, but my child doesn't listen, my child doesn't sit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when, just first pick up that particular story that has, worked for me. So just pick up that particular story your child just loves, or a character your child loves, or suppose a young boy loves cars. Just pick up a book with a car on it, and I'm sure he'll get hooked onto it. So the first tip is just make a start. Choose the correct book to make a start.
Absolutely. So parents, make a start. That is the important thing. Every day tell a story. Make a start, and that can be a starting connection point or a special bonding time with your children, right, Swati?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. There's so many people around there to help us. A friend of ours, Devki, has started this 21-day story challenge,
Mm.
wherein the parents can pick up the challenge and just take out 10 minutes a day. I've also signed up for the challenge and I'm just looking forward. It starts today. And still, if parents are listening, want to join in, can join in. But I think it's so wonderful to connect with your child through stories. Stories can be everywhere. And you don't need a book also at times. We can discuss it sometime that, books are not essential for storytelling. Stories can be from your past experiences, from memories you have shared with your children, and so much more.
Absolutely, Swati. Totally resonate with you. So, coming back to our questions, how can parents use storytelling as a way to bond um, with their children and nurture their imagination as well?
So, parents should firstly understand that they don't need a particular time. Whatever works for the parent, they can choose that timing. And then when they sit with the child, I have seen children like, choose having their set of books and reading. So
Hmm.
now when it comes to nurturing, we need to discuss. I think that's when you need to impart the values to the children, the story discussion plays such an important role, right? So when we are wanting to develop their value system, when we are wanting to develop and nurture them through stories, we need to put in that extra effort to ask questions, to discuss with them, to uh, tell them the lessons we want to want we are using. I'm not asking you to tell the moral of the story, but I'm asking you to discuss with them. So what would happen if this character did not play its role, or what would happen if this character, say a Jack in the story, forgot his pail, or just general discussions. I think it clearly makes an impact on the child. The child gets thinking that
Yes.
yes, how did this happen, and it and take it as it comes. It's just a flow. I just feel for each individual it's so unique to a duo, mother child duo, that or a student teacher duo. I can never totally plan my session 100%,
Mm.
because there are the things that crop within the session. Just keep the session flowing, and
Beautiful.
that's the beauty of storytelling, right?
Absolutely, Swati, and so beautifully put. And thanks for sharing your insights about, yeah, discussion becomes so important. Like, what, so the parents can come to know how the child, what is going on. The curiosity part is
Of
built up,
course.
imagination part is built up with the discussion. Yeah, the important, like what kind of questions you ask, that makes a difference also. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you for sharing. And okay, also about parents, when they go to the stores or when they buy online, when they want to tell stories, so what kind of books they should choose for children, so they ensure that that helps the child in their particular level, or they want to teach something. So what kind of books, how, what?
How, which books to choose?
Yeah.
Firstly, obviously, age appropriate books. So, just giving you a broad age group. So, for example, I'm picking up a book for a toddler.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would definitely go for big, illustrated, clear pictures with less, writing matter, shorter stories, but bright, colorful pictures that will attract a child. Again, I would go for stories with with a particular character that is a strong character or a strong story arc. By what do I mean by that? Is that where we feel that there's something, some problem being solved, or
Mm-hmm.
some emotional connect that the child could later develop with that particular story. So we can go for and there are variety of authors. A connection is so important. So sometimes I tell parents that not only go for foreign publications, but also choose books from Indian authors and with Indian publications where the characters are something they see on a regular basis, so they can connect with the character better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are a whole lot of books, but of course, for the initial ages, we go for less writing matter and bigger pictures. As the child grows bigger, they can go for a little longer stories, which have a bigger story plot. I mean to say, where there are more characters involved. When the child is young, it will get he or she will get confused with a lot happening in the story. The stories need to be very straight, like a typical Panchatantra tale with say two characters. It's
Mm-hmm.
something I would tell a younger child. But maybe a bigger story with a lot of characters can come in much later with a stronger plot. So and gradually, I think the children, when they start reading and loving books, they just flow into chapter books so beautifully that it sometimes amazes me to see that that little boy who was just reading like the CVC books is now coming and reading chapter books and sharing his journey with me. So it's
So
wonderful.
beautiful. So to sum it up, choose according to your age or child's age, and the so choose books when at the toddler level, more of
More.
pictures, less text, and as gradually as they grow up, take more of text. The text part increases, right?
Right.
Choose
Mhm.
meaningful stories and also international authors as well as consider a
As
lot
well
of
as Indian
books
authors.
are there from our history, our mythology, and
Mhm.
a lot of lessons to be learned from that. Thank you, Swati, for that. And what inspired Swati you to pursue storytelling and write for children? You also write for children. I have your book on my table. The Fish, one of your books, fabulous. And what was the defining moment in your journey? Could you please throw light on that?
Yes, so this is a story close to my heart. I actually wasn't planning to be a storyteller, but it so happened that my 3-year-old was, really, you started preferring books over toys. And I started struggling to find out where can I give her the best of children's literature. I wasn't an avid reader and I didn't know where to pick up books from.
Mm,
And I stumbled upon something called Little Readers Nook
mm,
online. And I realized that, I just happened to email the founder,
mm,
Devki, that, I wanted to buy some books for my 3-year-old. And he said that we've stopped selling books and kits, but we are actually training and giving out franchisees if you're interested. And I think that was, I said, fine, that is how I can get children's literature. And, that's the moment when it's your first child and you want to give the best to your child. So I said, fine, I'll take the training, and I became a storyteller. And rest is history. There was no looking back. I started enjoying my time with children. It was initially my daughter and her friends,
mm.
but with word of mouth, I saw the impact. See, the impact of stories is so beautiful that, with word of mouth, more students started joining in, and the magical world of stories started pulling me towards it, and it's just beautiful.
Beautiful.
I think that was the defining moment.
Little readers Nook have touched so many lives these days, and it's so emotionally connected, right? Little readers.
Right. To all, I think all, even you.
the yeah,
That's where we
the
met.
stories played a major role, plays a major role. So parents do tell stories, and of course do take part. Check out Storyful Parent if you want to be a part of the 21 days challenge. You can create magic in your child's world, and you could learn so much. And I think it's a free challenge, right?
I think it's a very
Oh,
nominal charge for
okay,
21 days. It's
okay.
just 499 for 21 days, and it just
Yeah,
I'm just looking
yeah.
forward to it
That,
because she's my mentor, and all that I know about storytelling or stories
huh.
I've learned from her. So I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be lovely.
So parents do go and check out her page, and you can get more details on a 21-day challenge, the Storyful Parent. And coming back to our question and session, Swati. What inspired to write for children?
That was a childhood dream. Um, I think to become an author.
Mm.
Uh, I mentioned, no, I wasn't an avid reader, but I always thought that, writing is so special. And it just happened while narrating a story to a child. I just happened to scribble on something called with for letters A to Z. I was teaching A to Z, and it just the story just clicked on my mind, and that was my first book called ABC
Mm.
Safari. It was written with Little Reader's Nook, and Devki was like, "Okay, fine. Now I can convert it into a story for you," and she actually did that. And I in fact pushed her to also have it published, and there it was. I think that time I was expecting my second child, and
Mm.
that's why it's truly special for me because when he was born, I had the book ready, and it could be his first book. So I'm proud to share that that was the first book he actually flipped through and read through,
Mm.
and that's how it happened. And then I found, the kind of happiness that one gets when a parent comes and tells you, "Oh, I read your book to my
Ah,
child, and that's his favorite book." So that just
wow.
that pleasure, just that kick, just got hooked on, and I said I want to write more. And then Father Fish came in, which was more driven by the illustrator. That's my 9-year-old student who's a self-taught digital artist, and she illustrated the book for me. So she was the one who, pestered me to publish
Mm.
that one. So I think there's the it just flew.
Beautiful, beautiful. And we are expecting many more story books from you,
Yeah, I hope so.
and keep spreading the magic of storytelling. People, world requires more people like you, Swati. Keep doing. And coming, so how has your evolution as a storyteller and author shaped over time? Since how many years you are now into storytelling, and from starting to now, how have you evolved as a storyteller and a writer?
Uh, it's been almost 10 years. 2015 is when I started.
Wow.
And I think I can feel the evolution.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it, I can feel it. I can, from the first time I shared a story, I think the first one was Kachapati Kulapati by Ashok Rajagopalan was the first story I shared. I think from then to now, it's just grown only. The passion has grown. The way of telling stories has changed. When you're starting off, there's a lot of inhibitions. Will it work? Will it not work? And I'm sure many parents, many storytellers who start off their journeys have those inhibitions in their mind. But I think practice, practice, practice. The more we practice, the more we went out in the world and shared stories with children, the more comfortable we start becoming with the surroundings, with how we should narrate our stories, and all inhibitions go. And
Absolutely.
then there is no, thing stopping you to go and share the stories. So I think from then, it's been 10 years now, and now it just feels so much yourself
Mm-hmm.
that you're sharing the story and you're a storyteller. It just sometimes it just comes naturally to you to tell stories, to share experiences, and even to now we started training parents and teachers. So that also I feel is so natural because you have yourself experienced it through your own children, and
Mm,
you have seen the impact being so beautiful
mm.
that you can impart it to other, you can empower other women, you can empower other parents to follow the same path.
Beautiful, Swati. And rightly said, what I'm picking up is the word practice. The more
Yeah,
you
the
practice
more you
at
practice.
it, both at telling and writing as well. Um, Also, what has been the most rewarding feedback you have received from young readers or parents? I know you shared it before, but can you elaborate on that, Swati?
Yeah, so the I think the most special feedback is that my son or my daughter just loves your class, and that's the
Mm.
only class my child wants to go to. I once received a message on my WhatsApp one morning. It was a weekday morning, and that wasn't the day of my students' session. And the mother just sent me a message saying my son wakes up and says, "Oh, is it not Thursday? Why can't we just go to story class every day and not
Oh,
go to school?" So these messages just are very special and very memorable. And of course, that is one particular, thing that keeps us going.
yeah.
And
Was so sweet. And so when you read all these messages, it just brings a smile on your face and your
it
heart is
just
just,
lightens. It's like therapy.
yeah.
You don't need a spa. You don't need your cup of coffee. You're just there.
And I have seen your work. You put your heart and soul into it, Swati. You used to share those, just setting the story, setting is used to be so beautiful. And of
Yeah.
course, preparation used to put, and the research used to make. It makes a lot of difference. The quality,
Yeah.
uh, it used to not come superficially for you. I could see that it used to come from your heart. So you used to do put in a lot of effort, and that also.
That's so kind of you. But it's always a team effort. I have a lovely team that supports me. My art teacher, Reena ma'am, she puts in her heart and soul again to get the story setups alive. My team, I have Riddhi on board now,
Mm.
and we all as a team work together to make stories come alive for our children.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you and your team, Creative Caterpillar, making a lot of difference in the world. Keep going. Um, Coming back to our next question, do you have a personal favorite story or character that has left a lasting impression on you, and why so?
Mm. So I think that's a tough one. I think there are many actually. But if I had to choose one character, I would actually choose Dumpling. I think you know what I mean to say. This is a story about a baby spider,
Mm.
a spiderling, and the name of the spider is Dumpling. And in this story, the dumpling doesn't give up. He's spinning a web, and he tries again and again and again and again till he succeeds. So I just love the character of Dumpling in my story there, and it's always obviously special because you've written it for me. But this character Dumpling is a very cute character,
Mm.
and it actually the entire uh, thing of being so special that not giving up
Mm.
just enlightens my mood. So every time I am actually not feeling good, I just think of Dumpling and I start trying again.
So beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Swati. And absolutely. So pursue and not giving up. Try. Even if you fall, you get up and try again. It's
Agreed.
okay, whatever the other people say, you do follow your dreams, and you are a role model for that, Swati.
I totally resonate with that.
Uh, what is the most important lesson storytelling has taught you, both personally and professionally, Swati?
The lesson personally, so I think stories have taught me practically everything. It has helped me grow emotionally, made me more empathetic.
Hmm.
So I think personally, I've really grown emotionally as a storyteller by developing empathy, because the most of the characters in the stories really look out for each other
Mm.
in the stories that I have picked, maybe. And I feel that I'm making a change in a child's life. So that also indirectly impacts your karma, or whatever you can name it. But I think emotionally, storytelling has really helped me grow as a person, made me humble, made me more soft spoken for that matter. And professionally, of course, I think it's a nowadays storytelling is picking up like how storytelling is the 21st century skill, which and a life
Mm.
skill. So professionally, I feel it has so much
Mm.
scope that growing with it, evolving with
Yeah.
time, and taking stories to another level is what I aspire for. Um, let's see.
Absolutely, and I'm very sure you're going to take it to another level. And coming back to that another level, are there any upcoming projects or books that we should look forward for, Swati?
Yeah, there is.
What?
There is. So I've been working on this for quite some time,
Mm.
and I hope 2025 sees it, in print.
Mm.
Uh, I'm working on a collection of short stories that are derived from the lessons of Bhagavad Gita. So they'll be toddler-friendly stories.
Huh.
It would have 18 chapters with 18 lessons from the Bhagavad Gita.
Wow.
And I'm just looking forward to the book because it's something so special to me. Because it's from it's from the Bhagavad Gita,
Mm.
which really has inspired me. And plus, to get it to toddler-friendly characters so that each child can actually imbibe the Gita from an early age
Mm-mm.
gives me a lot of power.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
so looking forward to it. So we can take that
Mm.
to more kids, and what a beautiful book! And I'm so excited and looking forward to it. And may it happen, and it will definitely happen to you, Swati.
Yeah.
And uh, so coming back to one last question, I know I've taken a lot of time of yours.
No, no, no.
If there's one thing you'd like our parents who are watching our live or recorded session, what they can do immediately with their children, what would it be? Like, what's the most valuable habit that they can practice, they can introduce with their children?
One thing,
Yeah,
tell stories every day. And that's the key thing they can do.
absolutely, absolutely. Tell
Um,
stories.
Tell stories every day. Don't look for a, perfect moment
Hmm.
or a perfect time to tell your children stories. Use anything available. Don't look for the perfect book to start with. Choose your memories. Choose moments that you've experienced in the
Hmm.
day. Choose some experiences that you have shared with your
Hmm.
child and just tell a story.
Absolutely. Parents, Swati says, to tell stories every day doesn't have to be from a book,
Yeah,
doesn't have to be in a proper format. Just tell, कुछ भी बोलो पर
कुछ
बोलो,
भी
कहानी
बोलो. Just
बोलो.
tell stories every
Yes.
day. It's such a beautiful bond you can connect with your child with through
हाँ,
stories. You can share stories on any topic
yes,
under the sun,
any topic.
and your child will listen to you for sure.
Yes, yes. It could be a simple story like where you got the first shirt, baby's first shirt, or
Amazing.
where your mama and papa met for the first time. You know, children love all that. Even your
Yeah, they just love,
yeah.
sharing experiences for that matter. Because, that's how I told you in my first question that that's how they explore the world.
Ah,
Some children haven't seen snow because they haven't, if they are born and brought up in Bombay or Calcutta, like where we are from,
mm,
for example, and we haven't traveled with them,
mm,
then where will they experience snow? It's through our stories that they will experience the wind,
yeah.
um, different climates, different topographies. So I think just keep sharing stories.
Wonderful,
That's the
wonderful.
key.
These conversations can go for hours together. So I want to get you another time, Swati, if possible, after your new book releases.
Yes,
And
we'll do that after the new book comes out.
yeah, and this has been a wonderful and a beautiful, insightful conversation. Thank you so much for the privilege of your time, Swati. And
Thank you so
thank
much.
you for sharing your wisdom, experience, and passion for storytelling is quite evident. And for thank you everyone for watching. And today is the budget day and a Saturday morning. And thank you for encouraging us and cheering us by your participation and all your wonderful comments. We've been reading.
Yes,
And if you found today's session valuable, make sure to follow Swati at the rate Coach Swati Kheria to learn more about her amazing work. And remember, stories have the power to transform lives. And get that magic in your life, parents, as well as your children's life. It is beautiful, and as Swati puts it, it's magical. And I will see you all next month on another inspiring Chainmaker Supermom stories. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, keep telling stories. And thank you, Swati. Thank you so much. God bless you in
thank
all
you
your.
so much, Sarita. I love what you're doing. And thank you for having me over. Thank you, everyone, for watching us.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.